This is the second half to the video about installing fonts from DaFont. Well, after you've installed them, what to do with them and how to save them. So it's a short one, this one. One of the things is you need to get your page looking quite tidy and organised. So because it's design, that's really important. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and we're going to set up some boundaries so that they're not higgledy-piggledy and hanging out and interrupting into each other. So we're going to organise them into some nice tidy columns and also weight them so that heavier fonts are at the bottom and the page feels organised well. So we're going to go to View, Rulers and Show Rulers. And we're going to take our mouse and we're going to go up and click and drag the rulers down and make some guides. It's not a bad idea at this point to put the guides into their own layer. So I've opened up my layers window and clicked New Layer down here at the bottom, Create New Layer. The little blue square in layer 1 indicates that this guide is active, and I'm going to pick it up and move it into layer 2 and lock layer 1. Now I'm going to bring down more guides and bring them across from the sides, and I'm not going to let myself have any text go into these margin areas, any image, any of my fonts. Now I'm going to create margins between the columns. And now I'm going to lock that guide layer, turn it off, and unlock the layer with all the fonts. I'm going to take big heavy fonts and get them down the bottom, and lighter fonts or fonts that are finer, more delicate, up the top. That's not a font, that one there, right. And now I'm going to spend a minute just using Shift as I change their sizes so that they all fit within my borders and don't bust out at all. Oh, Control Z. Anything you don't like, you can Control Z in Illustrator, and you get up to 100 Control Zs. So this one here. Nudge, 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 nudge. So you want each font to kind of fill up the space that you've got provided for it and to not interfere with other fonts really at all. I wonder if Hazel's going to like her logo that I'm going to make her. Don't know why I'm making her a logo. I was thinking of what name shall I do, and the fashion girls were yelling out, "Where's Hazel?" I thought, okay, and they yelled it so many times I just thought I'd use that as a word, but it's actually a word that looks quite cool. So if you can see, I'm just using my black arrow tool and Shift, and I'm just trying to get them so that they're balanced out and weighted. This is quite a heavy column, so I'm going to pull that one across. I don't like that font actually, I'll bring that one back. I deleted one then, if you wonder what that little moment was. So trying to get them so that they're filling up their allocated space and not breaking out of it at all. This one here is funny because it doesn't look very good spread out. And now I'm going to bring these three and put them at the bottom. And put that one at the top. These ones almost need a smaller space. Now you'll be noticing that some really cool green guides appear when the text begins to align. And that's a really helpful thing and worth using. I'm going to put that one right at the top so it's dashed, so therefore it's even more delicate. I'm going to need to delete one of these, I've got too many. We'll see how we go. Oh no, it's alright. And so that page now, if I go Control H, I think, no, I'm just going to go View, Hide Rulers. No, hide guides, sorry, guides, hide guides. What was that shortcut? Window, view, sorry, guides, show guides, Control plus. Oh, crikey. So if I go Control, Shift, no, Control plus. Oh gosh, okay, we'll have to learn that shortcut key. But I obviously got it then, so Well, it's just control and then the little comma, what do you call them? Semicolon. So that there is a nice organized page. And now it's really important that you go File, Save As, up on your menu, File, Save As, and that you call this one Type Gathering or Font Gathering. Font Gathering, and make sure it's an Adobe Illustrator file. So I'm just going to put that on my desktop in this case, but I want you girls to put them into your, I'm going to show you. You need to put them into your own folder, and you should have a design folder, and then in here you should have a folder that's called logo. And because we're working towards a logo, font gathering in here, so save. So that's now saved in an organized place. That's really important. The next thing you do, this is telling me that one of my fonts cannot be saved properly, like I can only open it on this computer, nowhere else. That's the same with all of them, but that I'm not able to print or anything using that. So that's okay, because we're going to do this. We're going to then grab everything and go Control A. Don't know what's with that then. Control A. Don't like what's just happened here. Control Z. Okay. Control A, and we're going to go Type, Font, Type, Create Outlines. No. I've managed to lose my guides view when I was playing with my shortcuts. So I'm going to have to spend a minute now trying to find how I've lost my guides, and we'll add that to another little video, and we'll just abort this one now, but we'll leave it for the first half.